Hello, everybody, and welcome back to... Oh, okay. Province left the military coalition against us. Cool. Welcome back to Europa, where I intend this to be the final episode of this series. Let's see if that actually happens. We're going to grab our revolutionary ideas level 20 or level 31 there, and we're probably... Yeah, we're definitely going to max out our admin tech before we, quote-unquote, end the game here. The end of the game has technically already happened. We're speeding through on speed 5 here just to get to 1828 to fight revolutionary Spain, who is currently getting wrecked by France, which is, is okay. We've got 4 years yet, but that'll be fine. We really want to take over all of Africa, and I just did not want to leave that undone. So we will go ahead and do that. We actually have a bunch of conversions that we need to do. Let's get those started. We can also take a look at getting our economy even stronger, because why would we possibly not want to do that? And we'll just sort this. Excellent. Playing the game on speed 5 is a little complicated, at least in the late game here, because things are a little bit unresponsive, but that's okay. We can always bump it down to speed 3 or just pause the game if we need to. So that's just fine. It's 1825 right now. And remember, we're just going until 1828. That is our current goal. And these are all just fine. No problem there. Cool. While we're thinking about it, we may want to take a look at these fleets. And yeah, I'm actually going to bump this up to like 50 heavy ships each. Maybe a little overkill, but there we go. Ignore coring distance, sure. That'll be fine. And we may as well increase our administration a little bit, since we can do that, and continue to convert. And continue to convert. And continue to convert. Okay, getting all those started at the same time is kind of exciting, for sure. You can see that Spain is getting just wrecked by France, and this is completely expected. We're just hoping that they're done with their war by the time 1828 rolls around, and all will be good. The Ottomans actually... Bohemia utterly vanquished the Ottoman Revolutionary Army. Are they now Ottomans again? They are Ottomans again. They are no longer revolutionary Turkey, and they gave up a lot of land to Bohemia. We don't really care about this, of course. Oh, look at that. Syria exists now, too. We don't really care about any of that, of course. All we care about is fighting Spain at this time. Now, if we were playing the game properly during this period, we'd be, continuing to expand over here in this time period instead of just chilling. But here we are. Our tech is now completely maxed out. We had these two techs maxed out before the real end of the game, so I'm reasonably okay with that. And we would have maxed out our admin tech too, but I was coring so much over here in a short amount of time. Nothing a little money can't solve. There we go. Excellent. So revolutionary Spain is going to lose their war against France. I don't expect France to take any African territory. If they do, we're going to be upset at France, but we'll see. They are pushing their way through here, but I really don't expect them to push all the way down. They've got about a year to finish up their war, and that's probably going to end very soon. They're currently at like minus 71, so yeah. And our truce with them is up in September of 1828. So they're still over a year. So that should, in theory, be okay. We're nearing our maximum monarch power. In reality, we should spend it down via development, but I can't be bothered. It doesn't really matter for this last war, and I'm not going to do it. I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. It's something that I should do. Absolutely. We are now 1 year away. And France is only at minus 83 war score right now. We're hoping that they finish up their war soon, or that they just don't occupy territory over here. That would be nice, too. Maybe they can't get through here, the strait. That would be nice. We'll continue to convert. It is now 1828. So that is fine. Time waits for no man, indeed. The Wrath of Enkai. Sure. Can always put our trust in Enkai. Excellent. So you can see, oh, the war is actually over. Beautiful. It is April. We need to go till September. Revolutionary Spain has how much manpower right now? Oh, they're super weak. Okay, good to know. June, July, and we must protect our trade. August, and we converted. Okay, we'll continue converting. And bumping it back down to speed 3 because our truces are up. We're going to do an Imperialism CB. And in we go. Okay. Our troops are well positioned for this. We are going to immediately push our way up over this direction. These guys are going to start a siege. And we're just going to move on in with all of our forces. All of these guys are out here as well. These guys, they're all going to move up to like over here. Okay. Let the war begin. What do we want from this war? I can tell you exactly what we want from this war. However, we can't right-click this just yet to get that set up. I was hoping that we could, but not yet. The war has to go for a little bit before we can do that. Maybe once our diplomat from this war comes back, something like that. We need this fort to fall as quickly as possible. Okay, 4 days until our diplomat is back. And now our diplomat is back, and yeah, here's what we want. We want everything in Africa that they hold. Literally all of it. Just like that. We could even grab their little bit of the Canary Islands. And a coalition would form against us. We don't care. So we need a bunch of war score here. Okay. Well, we're going to push on in. These guys are going to head over here. These guys are going to continue to head up. Cool. This fort needs to fall. Oh. Revolutionary Marrakesh. We're probably going to immediately declare on them. Actually, they have no allies. So we're just going to do this. The Knights entered into a military coalition, as did the Mughals. Odd timing, but okay. I mean, the Mughals have like 1 billion aggressive expansion against us. So that's fine, as long as they don't declare. If they do declare on us, I mean, we're right at the end of the game. I mean, they will declare on us after we make this peace deal, right? That's 100% going to happen. But that's also going to be the end of the game. So we don't really care. This is a high-level fort. Wow. Okay. Minus 71. So that's going to take a bit. Oh, I almost forgot to get our naval power set up. I mean, that's not surprising. I often forget to get our naval power set up, but we'll do something like that. Excellent. Okay, so we're pushing in over here, and we need these forts to fall. That needs to be a very, very high priority. This one in particular. Fez did just fall, and we're going to roll up a leader here. This guy's actually a pretty solid leader, and we're going to move in over here like so. We're going to move these guys over as well, and we're going to just prepare for that. These guys are going to, well, they can't make it all the way up there for now. For now, they're just going to move in like this. Cool. Okay, so we're going to move in our reinforcements. And yeah, they're kind of getting wrecked. They're going to retreat soon enough. There we go. Excellent. So these guys, of course, need to spread out and move in like that. Cool. So we want to take over this location, and we'll do exactly that. These guys are going to move up. These guys are going to move in over this way, and that'll be fine. Have some awkward lock-in here going, but that's okay. Minus 78% over here. I mean, that'll change soon enough. We'll just make our way on up. And, I mean, there's all these colonial holdings over here. We're kind of hoping Zimbabwe, Africa does something about those, if I'm honest. So, at what point will this be allowed? I mean, we need 1,200 reasons right now. We need at least 10 war score. Yeah, Sardinia joined in the coalition against us. Honestly, a lot of these guys should have their aggressive expansion going away soon. 65 on Sardinia? Okay. I mean, that's not that high, really. These guys are going to push in into Gibraltar here. And I want these guys to continue with them. Like, come on up here. There we go. Excellent. So we're going to continue to throw our weight around over here a little bit. The Battle of Haha has been won. as expected. Man, just getting stalemate after stalemate over here. That's rough. That's really rough. Okay, so we can't really move over here. That's to be expected. We're going to back off slightly, and then these guys are going to head in over here. We need this fort to fall, but it's a ways away. We may want to see if we can roll up a siege leader. None of our siege leaders, or none of our leaders right now have any siege. One siege? Okay. We'll put this guy in there. He's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay. Actually, we can move out over here. And that's exactly what I want to do. Malaga just fell. And that opens up the Spanish mainland for us on the Iberian Peninsula. So that is excellent. We are going to make our way on up there. I want these guys to, like, make their way to Madrid, actually. Cool. We've got a lot of reserve armies still over here. And we don't really need them to fight Spain right now. So I'm keeping them in reserve in case we need to go after the Mughals. I'm hoping that we don't need to. That would be nice. And we may want to also think about enlarging our army a little bit to stave off the Mughals. We could actually afford that. So we're going to build a couple of standard templates over here. I'm going to build 5 of them. Now, that's going to put us over our land force limit, but we can afford it. This needs reinforcement. These guys are kind of locked in awkwardly. Let's send these over, actually. There we go. They'll lock in, and they'll get there eventually. There we go. Enemies are just retreating. Perfect. We're going to move up over this way, and then over this way, and these guys can move to Cordoba. Perfect. So we're at 10% war score here. In the Marrakesh war score, we're actually at minus 1% due to ticking. But, I mean, this will change eventually. Emphasis on the eventually. Okay, yeah, actually, taking that path is fine. This army is currently trapped. So that's good. Okay, what do we got over here now? 195 reasons. That's looking more like it. Fantastic. So we're going to continue to push up this direction, see if we can catch some of these Spanish forces, and continue to move towards Madrid. Excellent. We want to get Madrid under our control, and we want to get Marrakesh out of this war, but that's a crazy fort that they've got there. Ah, these guys are moving in here, and we can actually fight them. They're locked in, and we can put in, say, this guy. And we can even bring in reinforcements if we feel like they're necessary. I don't, but what else are we going to do with these reinforcements? Like, we're doing fine. Excellent. And we're going to move in over this way and continue to advance up the coast, kind of leapfrogging it. Perfect. And that was a stack wipe over there. I like it. These guys will move back, and we can't get to here. We can't get to Abda, which is sad. But for now, we'll just park over here. Minus 49%, and we're hoping to get some siege rolls here, but it's not been going well. That's for sure. We've already been sieging it for almost a year. We're going to continue to move up to Valencia, and we're going to continue to press up the Spanish mainland. We are, of course, going to be invading Spanish Italy eventually. In fact, we may want to go do that right now. I would like to use our transport fleet for that. Thank you very much. I don't want to walk all the way around. So we'll move on in, and we will attach these guys to the transport, and we'll head on out into the Bay of Napoli. Excellent. And in they go. Cool. Madrid just fell. That's a big deal. And we'll have these guys move on up. The reason that Madrid falling is a big deal, of course, is because that gives us a ticking war score. Which is exactly what's hurting us against Marrakesh right now. We can continue to convert, and so we shall. These guys are repairing while at sea. That's interesting. Okay. Well, that's fine. And our invasion over here is about to start. Great. We're going to continue to move up over here. Excellent. And I want to take a look at situations over here. Okay. So Zimbabwe, Australia is doing some work over here. That's good. Siege of Valencia is now over, which means that we can continue to press up into Aragon. Perfect. Okay, this looks great. We're making fantastic progress here. Over on this side, of course, we're going to do that, and we're going to come get another army. I'd like to get at least 2 armies over here, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to lose the stability right now. Okay. No, stay there. We're going to move these guys up to Barcelona. Girona, and there we go. Cool. So we've nearly occupied the entire Spanish mainland here. And of course, we're not really doing anything in Spanish Brazil or Spanish Louisiana currently. That's fine for now. Lucania, yup. And then we'll go ahead and attach these guys to the transport. And we'll bring up another transport up over here. Cool. So we're at 46% war score right now. And we'll finish off that occupation, make that 48. We've almost gotten access to Marrakesh. Excellent. Up to 35% there. Still no breach. Okay. That's kind of exciting. Lots of troops up here. Enlarge the university does sound like a good idea. We'll go ahead and do that. Now, we don't currently have any leadership over here. These guys are going to head over this direction and try to track down this army. But we can capture this, pop a leader in here, and engage them like so. Now, we may get a crossing penalty here. 1 maneuver to their 6 maneuver. So we will get a crossing penalty. If we lose this battle, it's not the end of the world. We'll do more damage to them than they will to us because they only have 29,000 manpower, and this is half of their army. A full half of their army. These guys are going to land in Siena. Excellent. I want to chase these guys down. Now, you can see here, we're definitely having some rolling issues, but that was a good roll. That was a very good roll. That was a really, really good roll. Okay, we're going to move up over this way. We're trying to chase down this force. We'll see how successful we really, really are. I wanted to have all of these guys selected and then go like this. It didn't happen. They're forced marching, and that means that they get out of there. But we're going to hop over here, and we're going to catch this force. These guys are back here, but this should be a stack wipe easily. Indeed. And they're moving into here. They locked in. Some of these guys didn't go, but there we go. No problem. That'll likely stack wipe. Indeed. That did stack wipe. Beautiful. They're down to 53,000 with 43,000 manpower. Okay. So for right now, we're just going to spread out a bit over here. The question is, are they willing to give us what we want? However, if they are, we are not actually willing to end this war yet. So they're not quite willing to do this. Okay. That's fine. Ah, look at this. That's their ally over there. Okay. Sounds good. Now, we want Marrakesh to fall. We want to get out of the war with Marrakesh first, because that's not going to be very much aggressive expansion for just this single province. So that's fine. Okay, Imperialism CB, sure. So all of these guys are heading up over here, and they're not really going to be too successful. For now, we're just going to have these guys spread out a little bit. Kind of like that. Okay. How much more ticking war score do we get? We get 21, or actually like 20. Okay. So, I mean, this fort will fall eventually. It's been a very long siege, for sure. It's been an incredibly long siege, in fact. If we look at our sieges here... Yep. Okay, there it fell. Good. So, Marrakesh is gone. That's excellent. So, Who all would be upset about this? The usual suspects. Cool. So we're going to do that. That'll make Spain upset, but we don't care about Spain. We are currently fighting Spain, after all. So we'll get a little bit more war score over here. Strasbourg's revolution is over. We're going to move in over this way. We're at 60% war score at this time. Wait, something just got occupied by revolutionary Spain. And I'm wondering what? Something down here, perhaps? Probably something down here. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We're at 62% war score right now. And I'm going to send this fleet to go blockade, like, down here. And this fleet is actually going to go blockade, like... that's not very great in Spanish Louisiana, is it? We could send it down over this way to try to blockade, like, in here. That's a very long ways away. I don't know if they're going to pull that off, but we'll see. So we're at 63% war score, and they're at minus 76 reasons right now. This is getting better and better for us all the time. Gain 85,000 manpower. I like it. We're going to do exactly that. Cool. So, I mean, most of the Spanish army is down here right now. I feel like Zimbabwe, Australia can probably take care of that, but we do have... Did we move our colonial army out of here? I think we did. I think we used our colonial army here and then moved it up this way. Let's go ahead and grab an army. And we're going to head down there. I'm also going to put this guy in charge over here. We're going to head up to Genoa. I like it. We're going to see if we can catch these guys. We're going to forced march and see if we can catch these guys. We do. We do catch them. Beautiful. That's a conversion finishing up. There we go. And we'll send him 100 gold. That's fine. We don't care about that. Cool. So at 65% war score here, we're going to take Genoa back. That's not going to be a problem, of course. And we want to come down over here, attach these guys to the transport. And the transport is now going to come down over this way. We're going to want to land somewhere over here. So we'll just head on in. It'll take a while to get there. And we'll see if the war is still going by the time that happens. They're down to minus 54 reasons now. And that's perfect. Revolutionary Strasbourg over there. Okay. We could invade Spanish Brazil if we really wanted to, but our transports are currently busy. We only have the... Actually, we do have the second transport fleet. We have these guys. I forgot that I built these, but we absolutely do have a second transport fleet. So we're going to bring them up, and this force is going to start invading Brazil to get us that additional war score. We can gain another 17.4, but ticking war score is very slow in Europa. I want to get this ASAP. This episode might go a little bit long, but that is completely fine if it does. So our fleet has now arrived over here. And our transport fleet will be arriving shortly. So that's good. Our transport fleet over here is on its way. Excellent. Revolutionary Portugal wants military access. Hard pass for right now. Okay. So we're going to embark these guys, and we're going to head on over to Spanish Brazil. And we'll just land over in the coast over here. Sounds good. These guys are currently 43 reasons away from accepting this, and our transports are on their way. We could land in Spanish Indonesia if we really wanted to. But for now, let's go ahead and land right here. We're at 68% war score. 42 reasons away. Length of war is 18 of those, and demands exceeding war score is 48. So all we need is war score here, is literally the whole thing. We're also going to, of course, land right here. And start getting ourselves some territory. Once that happens, we're going to bring in a second army over here, just in case. Japan is preparing to attack Mongolia. Okay. That sounds right. So, our army over here has taken back this territory, and we're going to just start attacking over here. Cool. We do need this fleet to make its way back. There we go. We've arrived, and we're now going to head over and pick up this army. Cool. We converted Al-Karak. Great. With 71% right now. 26 reasons. Okay. I see this force over here, and I want to put in this leader. We want to see if we can go intercept them. They have a slightly better leader than we do, but that's okay. We're making our way down to Pernambuco over here. And that'll be fine. I imagine I mangled that, but yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Minus 27 reasons. We'll embark these guys, and they're actually just going to attack the Canary Islands, I think. That said, yeah, they're going to attack the Canary Islands. That'll be fine. Over here, I want to take a look. We did win this battle. Fantastic. So this is great. With 72%. And we take this, and in we go. These guys over here are making their way... Ooh, that's a spicy group. We're just going to come down and reinforce this. We're also going to put in a better leader over here. That's going to be quite necessary. They're going to walk into us as soon as they have that. Yeah, there they go. Can we avoid that? Yes, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to force march. Kind of like this. These guys are going to come in over here. And we'll see what our options are. We're 73% war score right now, and that means that they're 15 reasons away from acceptance. Our siege over here is proceeding. Sounds good. And yeah, with our force march, we are out of there. So, for right now, these guys, they're going to come on in over here. Like that. I want to check their Miltech. Their Miltech is maxed. Okay, sounds good. Now, these guys took some attrition on the way, that's for sure. We're going to stop our force march. Cool. We'll take this territory. They're splitting up. That's fascinating. I'm going to allow them to lock in here. I'm hoping that these guys arrive shortly. They look like they're a long ways away still. They're locked in. No, they're very close. Okay. Here they come. Perfect. We're going to walk in here while they're split up. Spain is 4 reasons away from acceptance here. An excellent initiative. That was a stack wipe. This is also going to stack wipe here. Actually, he's running away. Never mind. Spain would now accept this. Okay. This is going to make a lot of people really, really, really angry, but this is also the end of the game. So that's fine. In fact, they probably wouldn't declare war on us if we were to continue. Although there already is a coalition against us, so who knows. But we don't actually care. This is fine. We're not going to proceed from here. Let's go ahead and core all these, I guess, but we're not going to continue to tick forward. 4 May 1832 is going to be our end date. Fantastic. So, let's take a final look here at the religious map. Excellent. We got almost all of Africa into fetishist. That is perfect. Let's look at, I mean, obviously we had all the institutions. The imperial map mode is just adorable. And we've got our diplomatic map mode, blah, blah. Our opinion map mode, everybody hates us. I can't imagine why. I have no idea. I don't get it. What could we possibly have done to make all of these people that we took land from so angry? I don't get it. But the time has come for my favorite moment in every Europa campaign. the timeline. I really like this feature. So this is where we were at the beginning of the game. Almost exactly 400 years ago. Little under 400 years. Look at where we started. We were Mutapa at that point. This was us. Just tiny little Mutapa. Wonderful. We're going to go forward on... I'll start on medium speed. And that's maybe a little on the slow side, but... Let's see here. Yeah, let's bump it up to fast speed. There, that's going to be a little bit better. So, you can see us spreading out here. Let me zoom on in, because this is, I think, what I care about anyway. And just watch us expand. We've started colonization, I think. Yes, indeed. And right now, we are attempting to cut off the Europeans so that they can't colonize Africa. That's exactly what we're doing. And Kilwa is making mistakes. We are definitely starting to get big, and now we are Zimbabwe. Excellent. And we are continuing to conquer and continuing to colonize. The colonization lasts for a while, actually. Our colonization stage was a pretty long one. Were there things that I could have done more efficiently here? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely there were. But overall, I feel like I did a reasonably good job in this game. Like, I'm pretty content with the overall state of this campaign. The Mughals haven't even formed yet. The Timurids exist, so there's that. Now the Mughals exist. Excellent. And now we're starting to come into conflict with the Ottomans. And pretty soon we're going to start fighting our big wars. Songhai, Ottomans, and Mughals are our big opponents at this point, and kind of for most of the game. That trifecta. Revolutionary Spain kind of chilled up here, but we couldn't reach them for a while. I should have gone after Revolutionary Spain earlier, but I chose to go after the Mughals instead, and that was probably a bit of a mistake. But here we go. We've actually started pushing into the Ottomans at this time, so that's wonderful. And these Hormuz campaigns over here, those are actually fights against the Mughals that we're winning. So that's great. It's now 1750. We're under 100 years from the end of the game. And this is where I start to panic a little bit and be like, we need to take territory fast if I'm going to take all of Africa by the end of the game. So there's Egypt going and Songhai. You notice that both of those suddenly just disappear. That was that last Mughal war that I think that we should have not taken and instead focused on Revolutionary Spain if we wanted to make this by the true end of the game. But we did not. And so instead, here's that final war. And boom. Zimbabwe controls all of Africa. There's this over here, that's Holland, that's our vassal. There's this over here, Libertatia, that's also our vassal. Now, we didn't go after these islands over here. Those are, I think, traditionally considered part of Africa, but we were pretty much just going for mainland Africa, so that is all completely fine. There is a poll up by the time you see this that is going to ask what this series should be replaced by. I don't yet know. That is, of course, going to be decided by you guys. So go vote in that poll and let me know what should be replacing this Europa campaign. And it was fun. I liked it. That was a good campaign. I'm quite pleased with that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.